What is going on, guys? We're back with another video. Today we are in our Chicago Bears franchise. Of course, it is week 5. I know if you haven't really been paying attention, we have to skip a few weeks as we're not going to have enough time to finish this series before Madden 20 comes out. So we just played the Rams and the Vikings. We already had a bye week, or well, a sim against them. So if we want to play them at least once this season, we have to play this back-to-back. We're planning on simming to week 9 as well. It kind of depends on what record the teams are, you know. Cowboys, Bills, probably going to let them go. Maybe the Falcons, what to play. Depends on, once again, how they are playing at least. Player of the week, and of course, Rodgers, and then Jefferson. Jefferson, 4 sacks against the Vikings. Clutch things. Ricks, who's an 83 overall, had a pretty good week last week. And we're trying to get his ability up. It'd be nice to get that spin move higher. His juke move at 85 has actually been making a lot of people miss, so that's definitely a positive. 97 overall to their 91. Here we are in Soldier Field. Of course, I believe we did beat the Vikings in Sim in Minnesota, so if the AI can do it in Sim in their territory, we should have no troubles at home doing it as a user. Of course, we have Ricks as the new option. He's pretty damn dangerous in the receiving game, more dangerous than any of the other guys we had, even more than Cohen, I'd like to think. And obviously, seems to be a pretty decent move at running back. Going to be a little bit harder every week, though, as the offensive line has been struggling. Hopefully it gets better, but I can't guarantee that. The Lions did recently lose. Did they lose to the Vikings, even though Jefferson had 4 sacks? That seems interesting, because I thought they just played each other. I don't even know. But they will get the ball first. We'll see how their offense plays. Tyrod Taylor is the starting quarterback for the Vikings. Was that always a thing? I feel like that's a new happening. Is that not a new thing? No? Maybe? I don't know. To the outside. Come on. There goes Amos getting beat by Thielen. The man's pretty talented. Thielen's actually one of the X Factor superstars in Madden 20, I believe. Seems like, you know, if I know he's good. He's obviously really solid. I think he broke a record at some point for like consecutive 100-yard games. But if a guy like Thielen gets the X Factor, it seems like there should have probably been a little bit more. 50 doesn't seem like enough at this point. Like, you can almost make an argument that there should have been, 3rd and 2, stop, that the star receiver of each team could have maybe had an X Factor. Jeez, 12 touchdowns, 1 pick, 1,200 yards, not bad for 4 games. Gonna go with the play action look. I am not a huge fan of the way their linebackers are up here. They've got Anthony Barr, who scares me. Oh, come on. There you go, Mike. Run, Mike. Okay, Mike has got room and a half. I mean, they all just sat next to each other. I was hoping someone would have moved downfield. And there goes Ricks. Nash wants his 20th career rushing touchdown. If it comes to it, it comes to it. If it doesn't, oh well. Ricks up the middle. And he will score. There we go. Making up pretty much for last week where he had a few touchdowns that he was the guy that kind of, you know, featured back. And he got him stolen by Howard or someone else. Much more successful drive for them on their second go around. Both teams getting on the field in about a span of, 2 to 3 minutes. So quick, I would say scoring offense, but we'll see what they can even do with it. Manning, not a super fast player, but he's had a pretty good start to the season. I believe he has 2 picks week 1. He has a bunch of tackles, a lot of touchdown saving tackles as well. He's been very clutch in his starting role. Eddie Jackson probably got blindsided by the trade, but that's what happens when you're valuable and you're playing in a position of depth. And there goes Jabril. Not the easiest team to run against, so if we can get 100 yards of Ricks in this one, that would be a pretty big W, I'd think. And that's a first down. Good job. Gonna give him another chance up the middle with the trap play, and Ricks is gonna fight hard. He gets about 6 yards. It's a good effort. And there goes Hughes, who's rather fast in speed, but acceleration lacking, of course. Odell on the curl. Easy first down. Good job. Let's hurry up to the line. Oh, damn. Our backup sucks. He's slow and trash. Whatever. Ricks up the middle. Hopefully Nash doesn't get hurt anytime. Oh, Jesus. Speaking of people getting hurt, Ricks. Yikes. That's a bit of a hit. Coming from the 18. Going to hopefully get some power. Ricks kind of lowering the shoulder and running through a player. That's pretty impressive stuff. It's almost like not only is he getting better, but he's getting way more confident. He's just making plays. I'm not a huge fan of this look, but if we get the blocks, and he, one-on-one, he would have taken that for a good gain about 9 there. Still gain 4. There you go, and that's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be short. Maybe Mike Evans. And we get popped by Lawan, who beats the tackle instantly. Yikes, bad play. That should have honestly been a score, and we just failed miserably. Inside, and Manning making the play once again. And Tate is going to work on the inside. Can't get the job done. Roquan gets beat by Diggs. So we've changed the lineup to feature Hegeman as a actual starter for the majority of the game. Let's see what the big man can do. This might even honestly change the entire game for us. Trying to work through the double team. Gets a little bit of a push, and Roquan should have had a pick 6. 2nd and 10. Let's see Mack. We really should just have Hegeman right where Mack's supposed to be. And Roquan with another jump. Keeps forcing it to number 89 and almost picked off for a second time. Big boy Hegeman on the same side as Mack, forcing the double team push in there, and guess what? Mack and company bring him down for a sack. 500 career 500 career. Kind of off the ball here a little bit. Howard, man, you beat that truck, and boom, first down easy. Nash in a little bit of trouble. Nash, though, fast enough to beat Daniil Hunter, barely to be honest, but had a little bit of a head start. And there goes Hughes. The best type of throw to Hughes is always the floater. Little play action. Like, I know we're not running the ball well, but well enough. And Kincaid falls forward for the first down. Stepping up, and we're going to barely get away with Nash. And that was a rough hit, but I trust Nash with the ball. Ricks, they're backing everyone up, and there's only one linebacker up the middle. Ricks going to try to fight, and that should probably be considered a touchdown. Pitch to the left. Last second, and there's just nobody there. Ricks with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Made up for last week for sure. And of course, as expected, the perfect final drive of the half, putting us in a huge commanding situation. I wouldn't say lead because 11 points isn't great, but the situation's pretty great. And Green is off to the races. Can't quite get the final block, but we're down to the 40. Green may not be as twitchy as Kincaid, but he's pretty close in speed. I would like to see them in a race. Damn. And there goes, more looks, and that was a really good cut. Completely dusted Oliver. 3rd and 4. And we're looking for someone open. Come on, Hughes, come back to that ball. An amazing catch. What a play on 3rd down. And there is nobody there. And Ricks has the hands for the job, and he just drops it. That's a touchdown. Mike Evans, that's a really poorly thrown ball right behind him. Stepping up. Come on, Mike. Good block, Mike. Perfect play. 4 for 44. Back of the end zone and a horrible throw. Had to throw it over him, but that's just well overthrown. And there goes Mike, wide open, perfect read. We got the touchdown to Mike after all, I guess. Here's the drive, the crucial one. 3rd and 3 from the 45. Fields is back in. Should be seeing more. Jabril, I don't know if he got hurt. What's the story there? Mack can't get off the line. Floyd gets there in time, and guess who? Fields misses it, and then a face mask by Green. I don't remember who the Browns got in the offseason, but a lot of good players. Dalvin sneaks into the end zone. That was a really good, quick play. I didn't expect it. Good read. Inside run. Do we trust the line? I can't trust the line half the time. I mean, there's so many people that are just not committing to their blocks. Trying to step up. Can't get the throw off. Daniil Hunter, one of the fastest players on the edge in the league. If it was anyone slower, we probably could have got that off to Ricks or even just ran it up. And there goes Hegeman. Working on the double team, forcing his way through. Tyrod forced the run, and man, he still has the wheels. And it may have helped them discover that he can run at will here outside. Perfect play to the tight end who slips off of a tackle. Just play a little bit of coverage, I suppose. Mack to the outside, locked up. The whole D-line's locked up. King doesn't even really need to make the tackle. He's got help for days. Guy goes the wrong way. Bad throw. Going with the trap play, of course. They have a safety over top, which worries me, but that's fine. Gonna still run it right up the gut, and we have the look. Tries to cut, can't do it. Harrison Smith with another pop, but Seems like he's unaffected. Anything over 4 yards per carry is pretty solid against the Vikings. And there goes Ricks trying to slip away. Over 100 now. Having a great game again. And we were about to throw that deep to Hughes, who had probably a touchdown instead. Off the edge, they get more heat. And it's going to be 4th and 20. Up the pass rusher, that would have been the dagger. Hughes would have scored the game-winning touchdown. And that's a really good punt. Down to the 1. Marquette King has been killer. Knox wants his 10th career sack. How many seasons has he been in the league? 2, 3 now? Not great numbers. I know he's a big boy on the inside, but still. Knox with a huge play. Speaking of that, man, that would have been a lot more than a first down. And they don't convert, but that is an insane effort by Dalvin in a situation where if your defense holds, which they're doing well, 3 points it doesn't kill you. And Dalvin is insane. Unbelievable efforts by Dalvin Cook. Holy crap, he's a freak. Oh, to the outside. Tyrod has some room, but he is going to slide. He's got to get a little bit more gutsy than that, I think. Got to just take a hit. Whip the old sack out and show everyone what you're working with. Please don't, but it's a metaphorical sack of the whippage, You whip it out metaphorically, not like physically, Oh, Jesus, what a hit. Leave it to Green Bay to make it harder than ever to beat the Dolphins. The running back wide open. Huge hit by Jabril, but that's going to be another conversion. First play of the game for us was huge to Mike, and then after that it just, went apart. And there we go, missing again. Dalvin gains about 9 after a cut move. Taking a chance. Tate forcing one, but he's still going to find a running back. Not Dalvin Cook, but a different Cook. Cover the left side. Jabril misses, and Reed's going to let him score. Wow, what a drive. That's all I can tell you. How many minutes are left? Under 2 minutes. They're going to go for 2. Obviously, a situation that helps them out a little bit, and if they don't get it, it doesn't hurt them too much. Dalvin's been insane, but we can't commit up the middle. We're going to try to chase him down. Tyrod slips away, but obviously goes out of bounds. Probably should have just chucked it, but no one was really open. Kincaid catches this. He could return this for a score. He goes down safely. Don't get up, Kincaid. Stay down. To the outside. Ricks could end it here. Almost does. Damn. You go with another run. Why not? Keep it to the ground all game long, and that will end the game. That is the victory. So, obviously, a very decent one. A little bit lacking in the pass game, but it was the Rick show. The running game was, we kind of forced it a little bit in the running game, but it was working here and there. We're kind of just pounding it. Just, we take a loss or two here and there. We make up for it with a decently big gain on the next drive or something. Almost 200 yards rushing, only 120 passing, but a lot of that probably was negative yardage in the sack category. Got sacked quite a bit in that game. Taken down a decent bit, it seemed. Does it show it on this? No. We'll see it on the other end. 23 for 125, 2 touchdowns. Dalvin really didn't finish too well, but he had a lot of tackle breaks. When did Nash fumble? I don't even remember that. I don't even know. Mike Evans had the big catch with a touchdown. Nothing really big to show for either side, though. Daniil Hunter with 2 sacks. Lawan with a sack. We only had 1. It was Khalil Mack. It all rhymes. I love it. Kicking, nothing. Oh, Cody Parkey. I forgot he's on the Vikings. Interesting. If I forgot, I never knew he was on the Vikings. It's the first time I'm hearing of it. I wasn't completely zoned out of kickers for sure. And we got some upgrades. We'll upgrade them right now. Kincaid. What's his lax? Deep route, short route. So just route running stuff, huh? Short route. So I suppose it is possession that he needs. Any speed or excel? No, the route running's not really that great there either, which is kind of rough. Diamond Tate. He's probably going to be playing a little bit more DT now, so we're going to start working on run stopper. There you go. Quick development. Yeah, not really built as a DT at all. Got a bunch of upgrades. Where's everything coming from? Quinn Jansen. 2 awareness, 2 finesse. Jabril Peppers, I suppose, will go with the zone coverage. No scheme fit. That's not Jabril. You ain't Jabril. You're not playing defense for that far back. Acceleration. Ooh, he's pretty fast, actually. So we'll see who had the Player of the Week award. No one on our side, either side of the ball. So, of course, we have the Cowboys. 1-3. It seems like we won that game. 2-4 Bills. We win that game as well. 3-3 Falcons. This one could be a 50-50, though. We win that game as well. So the Lions are our next user matchup. Then we will probably play back-to-back and go against the Eagles. But let's see if we had any Player of the Weeks during that time. Nash having a really good season appears. Wait, we're on the top of the screen. Nash Adcock with a Player of the Week in Week 7. And that is all we see. But that's still a pretty good game. First in the league in touchdowns. Let's take a look at the actual bi-weekly stat line. So the first one would be the Cowboys, a 10-point victory. Not bad. Rushing was rough. Let's take a look now at the Bills. 4 times, so that was the game. Rick's not really doing well in Sim, though, which is kind of unfortunate. And then the Falcons, final game. Rick's with 2 touchdowns, at least. I didn't pay attention to receiving, so maybe we had some there. But that's about it. So next game would be against the Lions. And then, obviously, like we said, back-to-back Eagles. Very good in Sim. We have an upgrade. That'll be fun to see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. Like the video if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. But anyways, I'll be coming back for next video. But until next video, see ya!